Hi, Dan here at the Old Spokes Home. I'm here today to talk to you about e-bikes and how we feel they can help our community and really the world at large. Sometimes a human body maybe isn't sufficient for the task at hand, and we believe appropriate use of technology can help us get there in a cleaner, greener way. Rather than using fossil fuels, we can use a renewable, clean alternative by way of an emissionless electric assist bicycle. Electric assist bicycles can be beneficial to a number of different users, be it retired or aging population that just doesn't have the strength that they used to get around and ride, or a young family that maybe wants to replace their minivan or car with a bicycle. An electric assist bike makes that possible for more people because it lowers the barrier to being able to live that lifestyle.
I really like being outside first thing in the morning. So that's why riding my bike is such a nice way to start the day. But it can be tough if you're running late for work, if it's raining out. I throw on a pair of rain pants, my rain jacket, and I'm still back and forth to work as fast as I would be if I was in a car, and I'm fine and dry. I love my e-bike. I live up on the hill in Burlington and I commute down to Pine Street, so I'm normally happy using my everyday bike, but I'll tell you by Friday it gets old, so it's great to have a quick and easy way to get home. But it just gives me an opportunity to ride more, be outside, move my body a little bit, and still be punctual.
So we're going to cover the basics of electric assist, the utility of it, and sort of different applications for different bikes. With us here today, we have a Jamis Coda Comp. We've added on a Bionics electric assist kit, and we opted for an add-on display. This is a really solid option for somebody who maybe has an existing bike already or wants to get a bike with some interchangeability. To carry out this conversion, we simply remove the stock rear wheel, move some of the components over to a Bionics built rear wheel with a motor unit in it, and make some small adaptations such as mounting the battery here in the down tube. It's a pretty simple procedure. A skilled mechanic could carry this out for you, just like any other service we would do. The battery life is rated from the company to be 50 miles, so that means between charges you can get that out of the battery. The battery life is codependent on what setting you're operating the electric assist in. With electric assist, you as the user are able to dictate how much the battery is and the motor are in fact assisting you. So you can stretch out the life of a battery by using less assist, or when necessary, use more assist. You can plug these into a conventional electrical outlet, so it's not very difficult to charge it back up. In keeping aligned with our organization's mission of creating opportunities for people through bicycles, we have a utility bike right here that we have installed an aftermarket Bafang mid-drive motor unit on. The biggest difference between the Bafang unit and the Bionics unit that I just showed you is how the motor interacts with the bicycle. Here we have a mid-drive unit where the electrical force is transferred through the crank rather than through the rear wheel. It's still similar to the other unit that we looked at in that it relies on a battery pack separate from the motor. The battery pack and motor must be installed on the frame. The operator of a Bafang equipped bike would have a LCD display on the handlebars. The benefit of the Bafang mid-drive system is that it is a more affordable option for people that are trying to get electric assist on their bike. In our experience, the Bafang product works quite well. The setup and installation is something that I would recommend having a professional mechanic do because it can be quite intensive. We're happy to provide counsel or specific advice on if this is a good motor unit for you to use on your bike.
Yeah, so in the morning, school days are a little bit easier when we have the bike because we don't have to pile everybody into the car and get strapped in quite as complicatedly. It involves, everybody gets into the bike, girls bring their backpacks and maybe even a little snack. There's a bench here, so both my girls can climb in, sit on the bench, put on their helmets. There are 2 straps, so they each get buckled in a pretty sort of safe and tight way. But they're both sitting very comfortably on this bench.
We didn't know a lot about it, and I talked to a friend who had a standard cargo bike without an electric assist, and they said it was a lot of work to especially get up hills with the extra, all the extra weight. And so I don't think we ever rode anything but an electric assist bike.
I'm the one that commutes on the bike most. It's about 5.5 miles each way of probably the most gorgeous scenic commute you could ever ask for, and we can do it in all kinds of weather, and I can do it and show up for a 9 a.m. meeting and not be sweaty and not be in bike attire and not be completely winded. It really fits in well with that lifestyle without it seeming like you have to become a whole different person to be able to take a bike to work. I mean, there are weeks that we don't use a car at all, and that never happened before. They love it. Every morning, can we take the bike this morning? Every single morning. Rain, shine, snow, ice. They ask for the bike.
So a big question for a lot of people out there is, how am I ever going to afford this? Great news. Vermont State Employees Credit Union, VSECU, has a really low interest loan available for alternative vehicles, which an e-bicycle fits neatly into. In addition, Burlington Electric Department is rolling out a rebate program for citizens, ratepayers in Burlington to apply towards an electric bike purchase or a kit. Be on the lookout for more updates, either from following our newsletter or just checking in with us here at the shop. But we're excited about where things are going and hope that you'll come along for the ride.